I'm Sharon Kennedy, a resident of SCOV since fall of 2018. I have also served as chair of both Long Range Planning and Copper Center Renovation Task Force. Space has always been in demand in SCOV. It has never ceased. Clubs have grown from 9 to over 150. The purchase of the Copper Center was approved by a 69.4% margin. The purchase allows expansion of many clubs and stakeholders and gives others a space to work and play in. In August 2023, the Copper Center Renovation Task Force began its work of planning how the building might be used. This work grew to include the Welcome Center, Artisan Center, Catalina Vista, Desert Oasis, and the Cart Barn. This block diagram shows how 8 stakeholders from several buildings can be accommodated within the Copper Center. As currently conceived, stakeholders would utilize a net area of about 12,300 square feet with an additional 8,500 square feet of building being allocated to unassigned uses, restrooms, building services, and/or corridor spaces. This chart shows which stakeholders would relocate to the Copper Center and which would remain in existing buildings. The Copper Center cannot be viewed as a standalone element of SCOV. It is integral to our overall space planning and optimization of the use of 5 SCOV facilities. The stakeholder groups that relocate or expand in place of the Artisan Center comprise of about 1,400 members. Many more users of the expanded library, gift shop, loan room, and costume closet would also benefit. Additional space would be realized in Catalina Vista and at the Cart Barn. If the Copper Center were sold, SCOV would return to a situation of having inadequate space for studio, activity, and storage uses. There are no viable alternatives that meet the size and availability of utilizing the Copper Center. A site review was prepared for the Long Range Planning Committee in September 2022. The review focused on places within SCOV that might be suitable for developing pickleball courts. However, its findings are also applicable to building development as well. Of the 8 potential development sites identified, 6 are either unsuitable for a building or are zoning restricted for building and/or parking development. Of 2 remaining sites studied, one is less than an acre and would require replacing an existing amenity, miniature golf. The other, Catalina Vista, has slightly more than an acre that is currently undeveloped, but it likely would not meet the expansion or parking needs of the community.